Hi everyone, Cheryl here with a video of my Shabby Chic Garden Delight mini album that I created using really reasonable ribbon and CottageCutz dies. And so for the front cover of my album, I went ahead and used the two pieces that come in the Heidi Swapp. These are the chipboard pieces. There's two of them, so I used one for the front cover and then one for the back. And then for the inside of my album, I went ahead and used American Crafts mini album. There's 6 pages, so I used the 6 pages inside this. For on the front of it, I went ahead and also used the flowers from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And then all the little seam binding flowers, I created those with seam binding, and then same with the greenery. And then I just added in some floral stems and some feathers and some flourishes and just some little pieces. This one says love, that's Tim Holtz, and then life, some butterflies, and just some little different little things. And then for the binding of it, I went ahead and used some rose trim that I had purchased off of Etsy a few years back. And then I also used some vintage trim, which you could see along the edge. And so that's all vintage. To keep, whoops, let's see if I can find it. Sorry. I tie this little string around this button here, or that one there, sorry. And that holds the 3 pages, so when you open it, there's 3 pages on each side. Let me zoom out really quick so you can see. Okay, let's see if I can get this in. So there's 3 pages on each side, and I kind of did them like the waterfall. So there's 3 right here, and this is usually I have it tied, so it'll be tied so when people go to open the book, it's not gonna, you know, the pages don't flop all over. Anyway, so in the center I went ahead and created 3 pockets. I'm gonna just put tags in there with a picture on both sides, and so that will hold 3 photos. And then let me zoom in so you could see. I did do, and I haven't shown the center on my blog. I just figured I'd wait and show it in the video. And gosh, that looks blurry. Hopefully you guys can see this anyways. But it will hold some tags. I don't know if I have any tags that I could show you. Like right here. So it'll hold, I'll just put some tags in there with some photos. So anyways, so on my first page, all these pages have been posted on my blog, so you could see them there. So on this side, which is the left side, I just left this page to put a photo. That's it. I didn't do any hidden pockets. I wish I would have now, but I didn't. So on my next one that I create, I'll go ahead and do that. Again, throughout the whole album, I did use seam binding for the little flowers, and then I used the little sweetheart blossoms, which can be found at Really Reasonable Ribbon. I added a vintage button, some little metal flowers, and these are all like wedding stems that I've added. CottageCutz dies. I used the Tea Time doily, one of the butterflies, and then a corner flourish from the Scrapping Cottage. And all those are listed for each page. I have on my blog everything listed that I've used. So on this side, whoops, let's see if I can do this. I just created a pocket, and in that pocket on my blog I just showed the 2 tags I created, which I'll show you in a second. But I did add a bunch of our photos in there, so when our family is looking at our albums, they can look at the photos. They could just pull them out. But I used the little tags that I created, and I put photo on the front and one on the back on both of those. And these were taken for our 24th anniversary at Shoshone Falls. So I just stuck a bunch of the photos in there. So those just go in the back. Guess if you wanted to, if you were going to create a page, you could map them and have them all put together in a little book and slide that in. I didn't go that far, so maybe on my next one. On the next page, which is still on the left side, because these pages open like that. So on this page here, I created a pocket, and there's two photos here. So there's one, and there's another. And these were taken at Shoshone Falls in Idaho. And then I did use the Spellbinders die and created just like a little card. And so you could put a couple photos. So that's what I did. I put 2 photos on the inside and 1 on the out. So this page holds 5 photos. So that's that page. I added some vintage lace. This is from my stash. And then just a piece of a flourish. A little metal sweet, it says sweet tag, and that just hangs. And so that's pretty much it on that one. So on this page, I love this page. This is not one of, it's one of my favorites. Let's see if I can get these in here. There we go. So on this page here, I just made a little tag, and then I put my husband and I, and this is from my birthday in July. And then I used CottageCutz butterfly and the topiary tree, and then Really Reasonable ribbon seam binding and the sweetheart blossoms, and then a picture of me on the back. And I didn't do any writing throughout this whole album. And then my husband and I, that's the same weekend. So I figured I'll just add the journaling later. And then the next page, I did do a side pocket, so it holds 2 tags. And those slide, if I can get those back in there. I guess I could hold some small photos or some journaling. And then a photo is going to go on the front, and then 2 on the inside. I just haven't gotten that far to put them in yet. And then I figured I'd do one of the little cards from the Scrapping Cottage and put it in here with the journaling for the photos. I used all the seam binding on here, and this is a CottageCutz envelope. I think it's the fancy envelope. Love these. They're perfect for your mini albums. And the tags are also the Scrapping Cottage, the CottageCutz tags. And so I did use those there. And then on this page, it's another page I kept pretty simple. I used the CottageCutz bird bath, some more sweetheart blossom seam binding, and then I did make a pocket with a tag to hold some more photos. And so that's that page. And the last page for this side is the accordion fold pocket. And the pocket, I love doing the pockets in the albums because you can house a lot of photos. So each card will hold 2 photos, and there's 3 pockets, and each pocket will hold 2 cards. Right now I've only got one in there just to show. And then I did do a spot for a photo here, and then another pocket for a photo and journaling on the back. And so that's the one side. And so, and then I'll just tie that side there. Okay. So now for this side, again, I left this page. These were the 2 top pages are the first 2 pages I created for this album, and I had left them pretty simple. I didn't know if I was going to have a lot of time to spend on this album, and as I started getting into it a little more, I was noticing that I was, you know, doing a little more interactive pages, whereas I wish I would have done with the first 2. But anyways, again, same thing. I carried those flowers, the sweetheart blossoms and my seam binding flowers throughout this entire album. And then I just added wedding stems and pieces of flourishes throughout. And you can, if you're wanting to see a specific page, you can go to my blog. It's Sweet Designs by Cheryl, and it's sweet with 3 E's. And you can check out the pages there. I had posted them over probably the last 3 weeks. And so this page here, I just did a pocket, and that's the love page. And then just added a couple photos of my husband and I. So put that there. I used the CottageCutz, oh my gosh, bird cage. I can't even think. Sorry, you guys. And just a flourish of flowers. And that's it on that page. That page is pretty simple. This page here, I just created the flap here to hold 2 photos. It says smile. This is the CottageCutz butterfly, another one of the butterfly, and then the ivy. And I added some more vintage lace and lots of seam binding. So on the same page, this opens up to hold many photos. I think you could fit 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 photos on the inside, and then you'll fit 2 more. So 10 photos for the 1 page. I like when I do pages like that because I feel like I am getting the full use of 1 page. I wish I would have done that on my other pages, but I didn't. So on this page, this is the best friends page. I put my husband and myself, and this again is from our trip to Idaho in June for our 24-year anniversary. And just simple. There's no pockets on this page, so I kept it pretty plain. And on this page, I did do the gatefold, and I used 2 more of the CottageCutz topiaries, and then ran the seam binding down the center. I thought it would look pretty. I wish I would have done a pocket at the top, and I didn't, or even on the side, but maybe next time. Another butterfly, I don't know if you could see that, and then some more of the flourishes I used. And then it just opens up for 1 photo. I was thinking of doing maybe a photo on each side or some journaling. Not sure yet. So that's that page. And then our 24-year anniversary. I just did the 24 years. All these thickers, the banner thickers, those are from American Craft. And I love them. I actually picked up some more of these because I just love using them in the albums. And you can run ribbon or seam binding through them. So I ran seam binding through them and used the sweetheart flowers, another butterfly, and that's it for this page. And my last page was, this is the Cherish Time page. This was actually taken, this is not this year, this was last year when we went to Las Vegas. We stayed at the Venetian and we went on the gondola ride. And this was on the gondola ride, and I wanted to add this photo because I did a snapshot of us, and it was funny because we had no idea he had done the heart behind us until we saw the photos on the camera. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I thought that was really neat. I wanted to add it to this album. Probably should have made my own album though for our anniversary, you know, a different album for last year, but I didn't. So it'll hold another couple photos on this slide out. This is the pocket. I love doing the little hidden pockets where you don't know they're pockets and there's more photos because you wouldn't be able to tell that was a pocket. But anyways, And then I used the clock, the vintage clock from the Scrapping Cottage. And then the envelope that will hold a card in there that will have some writing on it. And that's it. That's it for this album. I can't wait to make another one of these. It was super fun. And I hope you enjoyed my video today on my Shabby Chic Floral Delight mini album. Well, it's not so mini. It's actually quite big. But I hope you enjoyed my video today. And thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.